The whole session will be played at 30 seconds a shot. Declan Brennan gets us underway in fine style with a lovely break. If you are just joining us for the first time, when we get to the end of the first session of play, if a match is still live, as in a frame is still live, when the clock runs out, that frame will finish. But in truth, with four of the greatest players in the world, 60 minutes for 12, 13 as it is now, frames of ball, will be fine. I'll be very surprised if we get anywhere near the clock in the opening session of either match. So it's a bit more like we're used to in terms of not worrying about the match clock or match management, just playing the game. Deep races, long matches is what these great players enjoy the most. Luke Terrier still with us here on commentary. Spent the break loosening his own arm up, maybe hoping to get out here one day.
Do you know what? I took a couple of frames off of Cormac, so if I can do that, then I feel ready to go, you know. But yeah, it's an interesting semi-final lineup, isn't it? You know, you've got Shaun and Chris that are obviously rapid players, and then Declan and Craig that are quick in their own right as well. So it wouldn't surprise me if, as you say, we end up getting to the amount of frames required in this session before the 60 minutes goes. But it's a tough one to call this, because at this point, all of the semi-finalists have had good bits and bad bits across their performances. So it's just judging who's going to time it right.
By and large, Declan has not made much of an error all weekend long, though. I know what you're saying. Maybe just a couple of frames here and there at the start of that quarter-final, but no one's got close to him this weekend. 14-7 he won the quarter-final. I think 13-5 was the closest anyone had been before that. And it just shows you he's playing brilliant stuff.
Yeah, and that was a proper hurdle against Shaun Chipperfield as well, a player that has had a good year as his opening professional tour. And also, not only that, there's a little bit extra in that, obviously, because they are Irish counterparts, Shaun and Declan, that things could potentially change and swing. But yeah, Declan quickly eradicated that issue, and since then, yeah, he's been formidable.
I think it's fair to say that Declan's the favourite for this match, and it's very fair to say that Chris Melling's the favourite for the second semi-final. But once you get to this stage, you are talking about fine margins as Declan finishes the frame off and takes the opening frame with a break clearance. Never seen him lose his temper or frustration. Never seen anything other than complete composure from him. And when Chris Melling is throwing massive finishes at him, that's an important part of it. And that is an important part of this match. I think we know that Declan Brennan is going to play to a level, and I think we know that Shaun Chipperfield is going to play to a high level when the frame is open. But can he get enough chances off the break, which is always the biggest question mark. His break can lose control and can be a problem for him, but that was an excellent starter. Hand on the table control break and a good chance in the opening frame for him.
Yeah, just needed to land with a good angle there. This yellow does pot into the top left. He's just got to be wary of making any contact with that yellow, which obviously if he's right behind it, which he's fairly behind it now, he should be fine. There you go. A little bit hampered with the next pot, but all he's got to do is really make the ball just quite... Do you know what, that's a particular type of cueing that Shaun is really good at, just that kind of long bridged hamper, especially when he's playing it with stun. Really gets through the ball nicely. It's going to be this 8-ball for the frame.
Well, what a start from both. It's always a question mark how the players are going to settle into a match.
Obviously, they're now within 2 matches of a title, which is really going to hone all of their focus in. And it'll be interesting to see if that does translate.
Does he have an opening ball? It was a good break. He has a really hampered cueing red or yellow to top right. I think. I don't think the yellow's in the way for that, so I think...
This is nasty because you're near the middle pocket as well, so you're actually kind of having to reach your hand around. You see, that's a really unorthodox way of having your hand bridging over. Kind of hugging into the cushion as well. Yeah, that was tough. He might have got away with not leaving a yellow, though. Well, at least an easy yellow.
Might be a 3-ball plant available on the yellows here, which is actually very makeable. Should get it.
In fact, he made 2. Very good. Oh, well. Oh, wow.
What's happened there? Almost for the first time ever, I think I've seen Shaun Chipperfield rushed. And, oh, that's possibly the worst miss I've ever seen Shaun make. Obviously, he's trying to pinch the pocket just to get a better angle on the next ball, but, well, what a fluke that is.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, I mean, there was no expectation of that happening at all. Even when the beepers are going for someone like Shaun, it's normally a case of you get down to kind of even towards 3 seconds and he'll think about getting down and playing the shot. In that situation, I think he was so unsure of his route that the beeps really did perplex him, and it was almost like a reaction. That wasn't the best shot either, but he's got away with it. Just a slight flick off the black, and it's, to be honest with you, it's a good thing there that he got out, because if he hadn't have done, I think that would have actually thrown him completely. Chippy makes another ball on the break. The splits. It's all right, actually. The yellow that's on the outer of the 2 in the bottom left passes, so he can use that as a developing ball for the other. And all the other yellows pot, and the 8-ball drops in the middle pocket. So if he can get that out and just make sure that red stays out of the way, which is essentially not to do that, he would have been fine. But he has missed it altogether. If you didn't quite have the angle, you've got enough balls there to wait it out a little bit. Come and take it later. I know obviously it's great to be able to get the first problem ball out straight away, but unless it's comfortable and within reach, then I normally wouldn't straight away. But he decided to. It didn't quite work out for him, and now he's got to play. Good recovery, yellow, and then find a way back into it again, which he might have the angle to do here. He may wait, may take the other 2 up the top end of the table now. It's not an ideal final ball, but it might have to be. Doesn't want to get the white stuck here. It's not bad. It's not a great angle, though, to come back up for the final 2. And he's absolutely stonewalled to this cushion as well. He's done pretty well. It's probably as good as he could have done. And now he's just got to be able to kill this cue ball for the final yellow. Black waiting over the pocket, so... He's just lost it to the top cushion.
Yeah. If he drops this in dead weight, is he okay? Probably. Depends how on the jaw that 8-ball is. See, it is awkward.
Yeah, it's really on the jaw.
If he has to send this around the table, he may have an issue.
Yeah, but He's looking at it now. He's looking at the side cushion, so that makes me think that he does need to play round. Oh, he is dropping it in. And he's going cushion to cushion here. This is really tough. Looks easy when the black's hanging over the pocket. Trust me, this isn't. Brilliant. Very good out from Shaun Chipperfield, that. I mean, the lowest ranked player that obviously was in the quarterfinals was Chris Day, and I genuinely believe that Chris is a top 20 player now because of the changes that he's made this year.
He has been this season for sure.
The deck goes dry, so signs that momentum is starting to build with Shaun Chipperfield. He's done well there. He was quite close to that, and he's given himself an angle to go straight into that problem red and yellow, almost similar to the frame before. This time gets it out first time.
Quick-fire finish here for Shaun.
Yeah, while Shaun's got this momentum, he needs to run with it. I mean, obviously it's very minuscule at this point, but I suppose Shaun is second favourite in this game to Dec, just because of Declan's achievements and the season that Dec's had. And it'll be Shaun on the break. That's another ball. How's the split? Tell you what, it's very good.
Yeah, that yellow just goes to top right, and that makes yellows really nice indeed. See there on the replay, last ball rolling, that red just came away from the pocket enough to allow a yellow to go. Don't want to leave too much angle. It's okay. Just, you wonder whether that red gets in the way if he overdoes it slightly, but there's more room there. It's going to be another very quick finish.
Yeah, this is no messing around from Shaun here, is it? He's actually already a third of the way to the target. Yeah, makes that ball, makes a couple.
Might be the best break I've seen him hit all weekend long, certainly from the cut break.
Do you know what? They're both crunching it at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah.
The first one he hit was good as well. And to be honest with you, the one that he missed on was good as well, but it just didn't quite land for him.
I still think Dec's at his best if the front ball's working, but the good thing for Declan now is he's got 2 breaks. He's probably got 3 or 4 because he will change and go. He can go more central and he can go wider with the front ball, but he's got 2 go-to breaks at the moment, and if one's not working, he can change and go to the other one. And that maybe wasn't the case a couple of years ago, where he sort of had plan A and then he was sort of trying to find something.
I was going to say, how important is it now, obviously, like at these different events, it feels like the tables are slightly different no matter where you go. How important is it to have diversity in your break?
Depends how good your break is. I mean, I've never seen Jack Whelan do anything other than break down the centre and screw it straight back. But his break is arguably the best in the world. So, and you also don't see Gareth Potts change his break very often, but he does. He changes his break all the time, but it's subtle. It might be a ball movement either way. It might be how he strikes the ball more than anything else, and it's his feeling and the way he hits it rather than anything that's massively noticeable. Obviously, for Declan, he goes from the side power break, the front ball power break, and the cut break. But I think it is important because every table plays slightly differently. You've got to find what works for you on that table on that day.
Yeah, there's been a very good response from Dec. Got his opportunity, and is he going to take it? He is. 5-2. 7 frames played in 15 minutes is some going. Oh, that was close, but he still makes a ball, still makes 3.
Yeah, and that won't be lost on Declan. You would have seen that cue ball racing to the centre pocket towards him.
It's all about this cluster on the right-hand side, isn't it? The 3 that have come together cause issues for reds and yellows. The rest of the balls aren't too bad either way. I feel like he will probably might be forced into taking yellows. Simply because of the fact that yellow covers the red to the middle bag on the left-hand side. Gone against me, he's going reds. He's gone straight for it. And that's the only part of Shaun's game that I think has caused him slight issues, is when he's had to go ultra attacking and go for those cannons. More often than not, he's just missed them, and
he does the right thing for me, though. He goes after it as early as he can. He doesn't bother him if he has to throw the cue ball around the table to try and get there. He chases it so early.
But is there a level where you're almost chasing it a bit too much? Because a couple of the ones that he has gone for, the cue ball is being thrown around the table. It's not so much calculated. It's more, I'm just going to bust into it and see how I get on kind of thing, which obviously comes with that bit more risk, doesn't it?
I think it's the right thing to do, in all honesty. I think more players would have more success if they attacked it in the way that Shaun does. If you go for it, you see what's happened here. He's gone for it on the first shot. He's not got it. He's still got enough balls on the table to be in a 50-50 safety battle. Yeah, if he pots 2 or 3 balls to get the perfect angle to play the breakout, 1, you've got less balls on the table to land on, and then 2, if it doesn't work out for you, then you're massively behind in the safety exchange. I really like the way that Shaun does go about it.
Oh, that's a bad foul. It opens up the frame for Dec. Didn't really get close to hitting the red. Almost hit the yellow full ball.
Extension called.
He's just going to take the bottom one now. Just got to land anywhere really fairly straight on the yellow to the middle of the table. Exactly like that. And that should be 5-3. I'll tell you what, it's probably been the longest frame of the session so far, and it was still only 3.5 minutes. cut break still working for him. But is the split good?
It's work. There's lots of work. Feel red at the top of the table not going. The red he's nearest to not going. Causes an issue on reds. Yellows, I have the one in the triangle area. That's it. But the two on the left-hand side also, they're awkward enough. All things being equal, yellows are the play. Unless he has a clear mind of how to deal with the two big problems for reds.
That's a poor one. I think he was just looking to slip past that, wasn't he? And eye up the yellow to the top left.
Either that or the plant. Get the left-hand one out. So if he could have got a little bit further on, I think he could have played that one he's just played and played it as a plant, and that would have opened up his yellows down the table.
As it is, he's played a good snooker. I don't think it's easy for Chippy to get out of this. I don't think he's got enough of the cushion to get to the one at the top end, so to have to get out of this and hit a red. Oh, we could. Oh, we nearly potted it. Great shot. Actually, just knocking that red on the way that Chippy has means that if Declan leaves him on here, he's actually going to have a fairly presentable opportunity. So Dec's got to be really careful. Plays the loss of turn.
Loss of turn.
Dangerous. Half chances on.
Yeah, I think he's done just enough.
Yeah, I think percentages, the shot he played with was the percentage play.
Yeah, because if Shaun's going to go for a pot, he can't go for the one he's closest to. He has to go for the outer one nearer the 8-ball. But no problem. What a pot that is. Wasn't easy by any stretch of the imagination. Dead on the cushion at the top as well. Brilliant find. Oh, and then he does that.
As good as the first one was, that was poor.
Came right across it. And okay, this still isn't an easy out for Dec, but you're actually in a really good position. You just had to develop that red. Oh, Dec rattles one, trying to develop. Both players having chances. Yeah, he was the wrong side of straight, and he wanted to land on the other red, just above the middle pocket. So he had to try and almost top through with side, and it didn't quite get there. I don't know if it just sneaks past to the middle. Of course it does. He's not on the next ball. Might be able to get the double. Just having a look there. Trying to judge this. This is tough. Triple.
Just misses. Should be Declan's chance. Might go plant top left to go plant bottom left here.
Yeah, if you play it that way, then you haven't got to do anything with the cue ball. What you've got to do is just push through a couple of inches here, like that. And then all he's got to do is drop this in. He's got the big pocket with the yellow to the right corner. And from there, you'd think that all of the work is really done. fact, from where that yellow's just very slightly come away from the cushion, you can even get off the cushion to play the next shot as well, which makes the next positional shot even easier. Unless you leave yourself the wrong side of straight. I think it's just okay. You're just going to have to screw this with some side. That will do.
Would have preferred to sneak by, but he's okay.
Nearly lost the white. If that flicks the other side of the red, would he have maybe gone in off? Would he have maybe snookered himself? I don't know, but this 8-ball to get back within 1.
Well, it's a big turnaround here.
Right.
That's exactly what Shaun needed.
Yeah, good layout here. If the red he's nearest to goes, then reds will not take him long. I think it does. If not, you might have to go yellows if it doesn't. Thinking the red past the 8-ball to bottom left. Did go comfortably. He is leaving the 8-ball the opposite end of the table with its natural pocket covered. So he does need a good angle on his last ball, but he has all the room in the world and no traffic in the way to get on that 8-ball into whichever pocket he chooses, most likely left centre.
Yeah, just screw down slightly, leave the final red into the right hand corner. He's way overrun this.
Yeah, slightly poor one, that.
Well, actually, these just made position on the 8-ball really difficult because he's got to judge the screw back here because he could easily slide past these yellows.
Yeah, he's now playing right centre, you'd imagine. Unless it goes bottom right corner, but I don't think it does.
Well, don't quite know what he did there. Did he just not get through the ball?
Yeah, complete miss hit.
Where's he looking here? This seemed like the unmissable clearance for Shaun Chipperfield. This is huge because now if he misses this opportunity where his momentum's gone as well, this could completely turn the match. Oh, wow. I thought he nearly fluked it. But what he has done is he's sat the yellow on that top jaw. Probably the most awkward place to leave a ball in open play.
Deck will still be thrilled to get to the table though, won't he? That was fairly routine for a player at Shaun's level.
Yeah, I can't believe how badly wrong he went. He just overhit the penultimate red.
What's his plan then? Is he playing on the yellow to top left, just back himself to cue it in which case is he playing on the 8-ball afterwards, so you'd get rid of the one at the top of the table? I mean, you just come and have a really good look about whether that yellow drops in the centre. It doesn't look like it to us.
I think if he is going to play it up the line, I think he plays it next. I think that was a good opportunity where you had a couple of yellows around that you didn't have to get prime position anywhere. He obviously believes he's got a can in it, so Because of that, he's played up, and now he's going to go for it.
He's got the perfect angle.
He's missed it.
That will be disappointing.
Not
Very disappointing. That was a very big target for a player of Declan's ability.
And not only has he missed it, he's then lost the white to the bottom cushion as well, because he was obviously judging for the cannon.
He played it a lot firmer than I thought he would.
Yeah.
Simply because I thought all he needed was just to touch it. So as long as it would be a very bad cannon to kind of touch it at a medium pace and the cue ball just sort of hang around where it catches the yellow. Beyond the yellow, he's moving or choice down the table potentially, depending on whether it flicks out to the middle of the table or not.
He's going game here. He's going to try and cut this in the middle and bring it out. Got to be fearing of the in-off as well. Went for it, missed it. Good pot, but nothing doing on the yellow. And now it gets a bit tougher. Planning to land on it. It's not bad.
It's almost exactly where you'd put it if you had to play on it.
He's got cue this well though, otherwise he will just go in off. This is a tough yellow, but it wins him the frame if he makes it. And he's made it. Brilliant. And to get back to 5-all is seriously impressive from where he was.
Which one of these two players is going to take a lead into the second session? Oh dear.
Well, goes back to what happened right at the start of this tournament with 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. Just when you get that bit of lift on the white ball and it hits the second ball, because you're hitting it at half ball, it tends to jump up higher, and because of that he's ended up losing it over the edge of the table. But good opportunity now for Shaun to just settle himself back down. He's had a bit of a torrid 4 frames, it's got to be said. It's actually quite an important frame as well, because whoever wins it, even if they go behind, they're within 1, but they know they've got 2 opportunities to take a lead going into the next session as well. This has been a bit more like it. Good finish that from Shaun.
Stops the rock. Lost 4 straight, now wins another. 6-5 in front. Worst case scenario for Shaun is he will be 7-6 down at the break, but he'll have high hopes of taking a lead, 7-6 or 8-5.
Tell you what, that break is working for Shaun though in this session. We spoke about it before, you know, it is normally a weak point for him. It doesn't look like it. If he's on the yellow to the bottom left first, then it's a great opportunity. If he's not, it's slightly more awkward. I'm going to figure because he's called extension. I don't think he can. Oh, he's on the outer one, which isn't as bad.
Shows the confidence just to knock that one in. Makes the other one a lot easier.
He was queuing a bit unnaturally at that. That's just the reason he's overrun it slightly. Would have liked to have been on the outer one to cut into it. Instead, he's got to just screw this white out a little bit and give himself a nice angle just to work down. Well, he has taken the thinner cut. He's done well. Done very well. Although, where it's just sat on the jaw, he can't get as close to the final yellow as he would have liked. Which means he's going to have a tough last yellow. There you go. This is not a gimme, is it, Si?
Far from it. He is very good at these sorts of shots, though. Not this time. Wasn't his finest piece of cueing. I actually think the issue there for him wasn't necessarily just the pot. He wasn't going to leave a good 8-ball being straight on that. He needed a touch of angle.
Yeah, I didn't like the fact that he took the really thin yellow and planted it onto that. When he landed in the position that he did, it just felt like it was not going to help him regain control. Declan just getting a bit distracted. That door just going again. Oh, has he lost the white? He's fine. Just slid past the other side. Yeah, very good from Deck. He's 3 balls away from 6 each. Oh, he's lost the white here. He's done similar to what Shaun did actually a couple of frames ago.
You can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Yeah, he's just got way too much through the ball. Okay, he's still in a good position here to... If he knocks this in, he's likely to be on the 8-ball, but this is way harder than it needed to be. Big pot. Very good. Yeah, I mean, imagine if he'd missed that. I mean, that would have hurt. But it's going to be this 8-ball to level again at 6 each. It's such a nuisance for players, especially when you're trying to cue straight and you just end up feeling like your cue's kind of grinding against it in case you cue quite low on a shot.
I agree with that. I am excited. I mean, I have played on the table, but not the finished version. It was one of the pre-models as it was being developed and designed. So, good looking table though. He's Declan with a chance here. Gets distracted once again. There's not that many people in the venue today, and every little noise is actually more distracting. When it's busier and it's noisier, it's less distracting.
Yeah, it's amplified, isn't it? Does well. Declan's somebody that's very measured, so distractions like that, he knows once again how to hit that reset button, how to go again. And it'll be hugely disappointing for Shaun if he goes in behind after this session after being 5-1 ahead. But in reality, it's only 1 or 2 mistakes that have really cost him. Declan's played well.
I think Shaun has made a couple of errors he'd love to have again. A couple of mistakes from 5-1 up that you weren't really expecting. At least 2, maybe even 3 that have got away from him in the session.
Still just got to make sure here. Don't know if he's just the wrong side of straight on the red to bottom left. 𝗪𝗁𝗃𝗃𝗲𝗿. Yeah, little grimace as he walks round. Knows he just needs to pot the ball, but being hampered just makes that pot tricky. Yeah, very good. And that should see the man from Ireland open up a very, very small one-frame lead at the end of this first session. Both players have put in some good stuff, but Declan Brennan is the man with the momentum as we go into the break.
6 out of 7 frames to end the session. 5-1 down. You did not expect Declan Brennan to be walking away with an advantage, but he is 7-6. We said he'd be over the moon at 7-6. We were talking about 7-6 down.
There are 4 players in this tournament,
7 frames to 6.
and all of them are more than capable. And Shaun goes dry. That break was working so well from him the last session. That is not what he would have wanted to see. And it's going to bring Dec to the table. Don't think he's quite done enough to open it. Another half an inch off the cushion and he would have been able to drop that into the left middle at a latter stage. Because it's just stuck, it makes things a little bit more awkward. What I'd be looking at potentially later on in the clearance is the red just low of the right middle. He can use the yellow for a big bag. Should he do that, it makes it easier to land on that red down the rail. Which is almost what I expect him to play with the next one. Yeah. Maybe a little bit further than I thought he was going to. Yeah, he tried to land straight on it, and because is he just off straight? I think he might be fine. I think he can just kill this white. Yeah. As I say, he's still playing this red down the rail. It's not straight on it, so may need to do a little bit of movement with the white. Unless he can absolutely kill it. Yeah, decided he need to move it. Just coming off the jaw. This is probably the biggest shot now in the frame. This transition from right to left. Not an easy one. But he's judged it well. Maybe wanted to be a little bit further over. I think he ideally would have wanted to take the red into top left first. He's a little bit wide on it, so him playing this one first means he's going to be taking the final red at a little bit more distance, which obviously makes it missable. We had a similar situation actually in one of the frames previously with Shaun Chipperfield, where he left himself that slight more distance on the red and ended up missing it. So good queuing required here for Dec. If he wants to get out in this frame, he'll probably just stun into the yellow above to guarantee a shot at the 8-ball. Big shot. And he's missed it in a similar way to Shaun did, missing it thick. So Shaun getting away with that dry break. Will have the opportunity to counter in the first frame. These early exchanges in the second session are so pivotal. little bit surprised that Shaun went for the cannon on that. Felt like if he wanted to, he could have just played onto it using the yellow over the middle. He's got enough safe space on the table that if he did want to take it on, he could. Well, that's clever. Plays the double into the corner, knowing that the 8-ball was always covering the red. Playing with insurance policies means that you can play with more freedom around the table. He's gone for the cannon. He's unlucky that he sat on the ball. It's the only thing going into clusters. So often happens that if the momentum of that white ball's killed, they just end up sitting on a ball. And it's not easy to hide this white ball now. I wonder if he can maybe slide off the one that's closest to the bottom left and just sneak in behind with a bit of side. It's a risky shot, but it would pay dividends. Or another option is he just hides up the table. Or he comes off the cushion and tries to pot the yellow. Oh, wow. Well, didn't want to see the rest of that frame. 8-6 ahead. Goes for that cut break again. Oh, white ball. Saw the red going, didn't see the white going. Little, as he comes back into the pack, he kisses off that yellow again. As it floats its way into the middle pocket. Bit of a signal that for deck. But for Shaun now, a big opportunity to get out of his head the mistake of the last frame. I say mistake, the luck, I suppose. There is a pattern with the reds on the left-hand side. Just needs to make sure he lands with a good angle on him. Playing down for this one on the middle, just being high of straight means that he can get there. I'm a little surprised he utilised the bottom cushion. But player's preference, I suppose. Yeah, this has gone wrong. He was worried about how he would land on the red in the middle of the three. And ultimately wanted to set himself a plant. But this is very off angle. The second red is also away from the cushion. Oh, how's it not dropped? Played it at the right pace. I felt like it was just going to drop for him, but it hasn't. And Shaun is all of a sudden cutting the figure of a very irritated man out there. I don't know exactly why. Maybe the last session just got to him a little bit, but got to keep your head out there. Just leaving himself the angle, using the yellow to bottom right to come across for the one that's on that nearer the bottom cushion. Or even fancying playing the loss of turn. Don't mind this either. I'm a little surprised that deck didn't fancy getting over and giving that a go, but he opted against it. Just felt like if he got that positional shot right, frame was at his mercy. Well, in fact, he tried to skill shot it. Not the way I thought he was going to play it, but as if, even if he intended it, I don't quite know what he intended. I think skill shot was the way, but maybe he wanted to be the other side of the yellow to be able to land on the one on the far left. I think that was probably why, but yeah, it just seems a little bit more of a complication to the route. Very nearly missed the yellow. Trying to land as straight as possible on the yellow to the left middle. I don't know if he's quite straight enough. So he may have to come off the top cushion here. Kind of banana the white around the black. See it there, just load of topspin on it. Needs to run a little bit. I think he's just about there. Yeah, it's a lovely pot. Just bottom and left-hand side just to drag that. And it's going to be this 8-ball for 9-6. Yeah, very good that from Declan Brennan. Opens up a 3-frame lead. Gets a bit of breathing room between himself and Shaun. Shaun Chipperfield needs to get a frame on the board and first. Good break. Oh, better than good break. It's a great break. Once again, was able to part that white. Okay, he got kicked, but oh no. That was a golden opportunity, and he's thrown one in at the wrong time. Would be interesting to get a repeat of that miss. Because he was pretty quick down on it. The camera hadn't fully adjusted to by the time he played it. You just sense with Shaun at the moment that the concentration's gone a little bit. Oh, he seems to be darting around the room a little bit. Yeah, that's a very routine pot to miss for someone of Shaun's quality. As I do just have Simon Webb rejoin me in the comms box.
Yeah, it's always a talking point with Shaun, and his temperament and every now and then it can be questioned, and that can have a factor. That could be a part of the reason why he's been in semi-finals on repeat but hasn't quite been able to make the breakthrough and win a tournament. There'll be a moment somewhere in a tournament where something will go wrong and you're asked to dig deep, and sometimes lets that get to him. Make the case that maybe if he makes that breakthrough, he could then relax and it stops it becoming an issue. But at the moment, it's something just to keep an eye on from time to time.
You know, to be fair, I think in Shaun's position, you probably need to be looking up to someone like the person you're playing at the moment, someone like Deck that, albeit has had success with Ultimate Pool, has almost been cursed by it a few times. Obviously, his record with the 6 red shootouts was horrendous until he eventually won the Champions League. But also, he had that huge kind of lull where he just couldn't win a title. He kept making finals, couldn't get over the line. And once again, he kind of broke that spell a little bit with the Champions League. And Shaun needs to kind of use that as inspiration that if you keep getting there, eventually you will knock the door down. just got to maintain your composure when you get there. And that is exactly what Declan Brennan is doing right now. And that is now 10-6. He's opened up a bit of space between him and his opponent. I think he took a bit off of that because of the fact that he flew the white off the table earlier on in the match. Yeah, you see that he didn't hit that with anywhere near as much venom. And if Shaun Chipperfield is going to have any chance in this match, this is an opportunity he needs to get rid of. And not put the white in the middle pocket. That was close.
There is still time in this match, so this is the moment where Shaun needs to regain that composure and take out a couple of finishes.
I'll tell you what, he keeps flirting with that middle pocket, doesn't he?
He does. Declan still needs 4, so he can't get too down on himself.
And look, you see the way he's just walking around, he's talking to himself as he goes around the table. Rather than it being that really convincing kind of walk as he goes around the table, it's a bit more, seems now more like a task. Barely got down on that. He's going to take out the frame, but body language doesn't seem great to me. But does get one back. We have Tom Ford come over quite a bit, don't we, to 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. And I know, obviously, he's had a lot of success working with a mental coach as of recent, just to be able to get him out of that negative mindset if things are going wrong. And there are some players that you look at on the tour and you think, if they could just get over that hurdle, they'd be able to do so much more in the sport. And just from outlook, it just feels like Shaun might be one of those players.
Oh, he definitely is. No doubt about that. Thought he missed it when he hit it.
Just missed it.
Yeah, and you hear him say, I might as well give up. That's, yeah.
Yes. Very similar to Jack Whelan yesterday, that just all of a sudden looked deflated and couldn't get himself out of that gear again.
10-7 down with a, I'm not going to say routine finish, but Shaun Chipperfield doesn't miss that red down the cushion. Well, on the left-hand side I'm talking about, he gets behind it. So essentially a routine finish from where he was there, and he's missed that through being careless more than anything else.
Yeah, just
again, you have to be careful when you're analysing that, because he plays so quickly that when he misses, it does look careless. But he looked like he was even quicker than normal in terms of getting down and hitting it.
Deck's nowhere near here. Wanted to come a bit higher.
I don't know. Maybe he feels like it. I think he's not far from where he wanted to be. I think he's thinking that he can pot this and flick into the yellows.
I thought from initial outlook he wanted it to bounce a little bit more, but actually, yeah, from the overhead, I think he's actually okay.
No, he's on the double. That's the thinking. Beautiful.
Nice. Yeah. Now just needs that nice angle to play over for the final yellow. And it's a good steal from Deck. Once again, when he came to the table, there wasn't much doing. Oh, has he put the white in the middle? Oh, that's careless. Well, if anything is going to change a game, it's going to be something like that. I cannot believe he's put the white in the middle pocket. Okay, get over to that side. It wasn't the easiest shot in the world, but if anything, you underhit it. So poor. Sounds harsh to say, but he's done all the hard work and had the frame at his mercy. And Shaun Chipperfield, for all of that negativity that's kind of got into his head the last couple of frames, that's a poor one though. If he can knock in this 8-ball, it won't matter too much. Just about.
Big moment in this match. That was 11-7.
People have decided that it suits. And now Declan going dry. Does this open the door for Shaun Chipperfield? I think Shaun will be forced to take reds. But if the one just drops into the left middle pocket, all the reds do go. And that's a pretty good opener. Got a nice angle to play for the red on the left-hand side cushion. Comes across, he can play down and play for the red. That's at the bottom of the free. Or has he maybe got a gap actually for the one on the right-hand side? If he has, even better. I think he's perfect on it. Yeah, he is. Oh, needs that to slow.
Yeah, it's got away from him.
I think he's just okay. I think he can pump into the yellow that is just to the right of it.
Looks like he's trying to screw past it, but he shouldn't have been this far off the cushion. He needed to be a few rolls less.
Is he just there? I think so.
Now it might mean that he won't get as nice on the 8-ball. Depends whether he's hitting the yellow when he forces this through. Yeah,
Just
he was, but he knew he was, so he used it. He's okay. Drama over.
It's by hook or by crook, he's within one. Oh, look at the break. Look at that break. That was massive. 1, 2, 3. I think there were 4. What an opportunity for Shaun Chipperfield here. Doesn't want to be dead straight on this yellow. He just had a bit of angle. Yeah, could always play it off the red. And this game, all of a sudden, Simon, has turned right on its head.
Hard to believe what's happened, really.
He's going front ball as well, he's changed.
Oh, how many jaws has he hit there?
Oh, my word. That's horrible.
The balls in play.
We just missed that. Came across that yellow slightly, but no problem. And this finish is just where Shaun should be, just taking that extra couple of seconds. I mean, this is astonishing. Absolutely astonishing that Shaun Chipperfield is now 11-10 ahead. Nice pick again. But this time, the layout's a bit more awkward. What do you prefer here, Si? Reds? Just?
Both tough though, aren't they? If he goes, he's got to get it, otherwise he's just going to be gifting a frame. I suppose he's missed early enough that it's still a problem for Declan.
Declan's been shut out the last 3 or 4 frames, so now that he's at the table, he needs to make it count. Feels like this frame has maybe got a bit of length in it. He'll know the importance of this frame now. Is he going to opt to attack? He's going reds. He's made the opener. Great pot. Suppose in theory he's probably only 1 or 2 shots away. He's going to use this one to the bottom left to try and develop the red above it. But he's got to get this judge right. Can't afford for this to go safe or be missed. Which is why he's opted to play safe.
Good safety. Helps that ball falling in. It was safe anyway.
Shaun has obviously left the red, but it's not the one that Declan will want to play. Because that's essentially his gettable for getting the awkward one out. Unless he's going to try and come off the bottom cushion and pump it out. He did try to pot it. He has potted it. And he's on the double.
It's a double for the frame, isn't it? That's why
he's done really well to leave. He's done really well to leave himself that straight. Got it. Tell you what, Si, big players make big finishes in big matches for big tournaments. And I'll tell you what, even though it wasn't in one visit, this has been absolute grit from Declan.
Match play, isn't it? So many people are just gung-ho, have got to clear up on this chance. He's not. He identified there wasn't a finish there, so played safe. It was a good one. Earned a second opportunity and took it out from there.
Makes a ball. How's the split? Pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. He's got to go reds. He has a good opener. It's not an easy opener, but he has an opener. Does the red on the right-hand side centre pocket. Is that a drop in the middle or is that a problem ball?
I think that drops in the middle from the overhead.
So it's a good piece of cueing on the first shot and then go from there. He needs to hit this really well.
Yeah, lovely.
And a nice flick as well.
Only thing is, if he's a bit straight, it's slightly awkward. I think he might just have enough that he can top through.
Needs it to travel. Needs to travel.
He's on the outer one. It's not too bad, but
It's not the one he wanted to be on, but he's
Exactly.
on one. It shouldn't be too bad because they all go in the same pocket. That's slightly awkward. Might have to take the bottom one here. If he'd gone 2 rolls previously, then it would have been a lot simpler. If he drops the one in the centre now, he could end up back in the same situation.
at least that's so low. Oh no. Can he see the bottom one? Can he just get the edge of that to cut it in?
He's gone about this in a way that makes... Well, I'm just really surprised that once he landed where he landed, take the bottom one and just play back up. You can be low on the red to... Well, the one he was playing on there and get onto the one into the centre.
He's done really well to hold here.
I wasn't sure he was even on that.
Yeah, that's a great bit of cueing to hold. Okay, he's not got an easy route up to this 8-ball, but he's done well to stay on the red. Because that was ultra thin. Can he get out for the 8-ball? Well, he wanted full ball and he's not got it. He's just slid off.
All gone wrong from that transition from top to bottom. 2 more rolls, he's out easy. Even then, I feel like he should have done, but not been able to find the pattern. A massive moment in the match again.
And all of a sudden, it feels like Declan that's cutting that slightly more frustrated figure because yeah, writing off.
Foul. Ball in hand. Time running.
Big visit now for Shaun Chipperfield. This being on the Declan Brennan break as well. He knows that if he takes this out, he's going to have a good opportunity to go 2 clear at a really important stage in the match. At this point, every ball counts. Yeah, this is huge for Shaun. Big frame.
Now, I know he's probably thinking in his own mind, he's thinking, if I get the full ball cannon, I'm then glum. And he got the line slightly wrong. But
Oh no, don't tell me Shaun's gone dry. Oh, look at where the white's sat though. I think he's covered
yeah,
the red to right middle, isn't he? Which,
he wants to be yellows, though.
yeah.
He wants to be yellows and he can't.
Table never forgives you, does it? Yeah, he's going to have to go for this red into top left. He hasn't really got much of a choice. And I say that, and the camera deceived me.
Well, he didn't have much choice unless he wanted to go for the finish, but he's not going to fall for that one.
Yeah, this is... We say, obviously, that it was important for Shaun to get the last frame of the ball when he had the opportunity. It's now important for whoever wins this exchange. Because this is the kind of match where, or the kind of frame where it's probably going to get worse before it gets better. Declan taking the opportunity to bury Shaun on the yellow. Open up that red into the bottom right, or the top right. That's given Declan a sniff of a yellow here. Deck not taking it. Shaun's just got to be patient here.
Shaun just asking if it was good. Happy enough that Declan said yes. See referee on hand as well. And hitting a cushion. I think that was just one of those from Shaun's vantage point. You couldn't quite tell.
Yeah, I'm not surprised for Shaun here. He's going to go. Great pot. And a decent result.
I think Declan's happy for him to go here, though. That's the thing. He's chasing a bad finish. Now, if he gets it, it will hurt. But
I understand it's a bad finish, but it's not a horrific finish.
To me, it's not always the amount of problems. It's how tough are the problems. And that yellow at the top, I think, is a real bad ball. He's got some real issues dealing with that one.
This top yellow of the free goes into the left middle. So if he was to land on that right, he could use that to knock it out.
He's going to try and do it now with rakes aside. Too thick to do that.
Because he maybe got an angle to screw into it. Well, actually, to be honest with you, where he's opened up the two underneath anyway, he could screw up using one of them. It would be a very Shaun Chipperfield shot to take that on. Yeah. But he has to. He's going to come short position, but is he on it?
Just.
This is what I mean. He did have available balls to get it out with once he unlocks a couple.
I didn't see how he was going to unlock it and leave the ball that you were suggesting, though. He wasn't there to be able to do that.
Oh, no. Just tinker through the 𝗘𝗃𝗄𝗃. Wasn't a foul in there, but a bit of a mishit. Declan's just found a window here that he can hide this 𝗘𝗃𝗄𝗃.
He's a little bit short. He wanted that red to be over the pocket. Don't think he's left the red at the top of the yellow at the top of the table, but he still wanted that red to travel just that extra turn. It's now slightly tricky.
Shaun's going to try and swerve this.
And if that red was over the pocket now, Declan will be in perfect shape to make the clearance, but it isn't. And because of that, he doesn't actually have a ball on.
Yeah, he's actually under a bit of pressure here. He has got a solid hide in place. Just kind of on the bulk line on that left-hand side cushion. There's the 𝗘𝗃𝗄𝗃 there, knowing that he's hiding all areas. Exactly there. This is such an intriguing exchange. Gone for a double, is he? Well, he's cut the pocket to the top right.
Yeah, not going to come easy to Declan, is it?
No, and he's also sat on the yellow, so Dec can't get to the red on the left-hand side to promote it either. So he's actually had a little bit of a result there. Yeah, because that would be Dec's ideal ball, because if he could see it from that angle, he'd be perfect to screw into it. But as it is, Dec's going to have to remove a few more of the easy reds before he can get there, which is not what he would have wanted to do. Just looking at that red again, he definitely can't drop it in the middle, so it is either a cannon or an awkward one down the line. He did knock one in similar earlier in the match.
It is amazing that all this problem is coming from a slightly miss-hit safety, as in slightly under-hit safety. He'd be out and would be on the next frame if he'd got the safety. If he'd got the pop on the safety shot.
This is a big shot because the pot's tough enough anyway, but you're screwing into this, so. Oh, brilliant.
It's not landed though. Does it go in the left centre from below now? Because he can get below it.
Was he? Oh,
no.
Scratch the head.
Why he's scratching his head?
That's unbelievable. No. If he sat it on the other jaw.
It's worse. Hard to tell from that. Doesn't look likely though, does it?
From the overhead, it does look glued to that cushion. If it is, I mean, that's unbelievable. Because that awkward position is such a finite area of that side cushion. And he's missed the red.
Was he going to get a touch of luck? A little bit, but it's just gone far enough where Shaun has a shot.
Yeah. And all of a sudden, Dec is cut in the face of a potentially frustrated figure. This is a thin cut. But if he gets it, he wins the frame. Has he got it? He's hit the jaw. Oh, he was angry at that.
That's a good look at that red on the way by to see whether he's got a chance to get back into this frame. That was a little bit fortunate for Declan. I thought he'd gone just far enough. I expected Shaun to make that, but it was thinner than I was expecting. And that was very fortunate for Dec.
And so the pendulum potentially swings again. Didn't want to be too straight on this, and I think he's got enough angle.
This looks horrible, though.
It doesn't look... Yeah,
it just looks horrible.
He's played to drop it in, but it doesn't look like it does it? This is huge, whether this goes or not. It does. It does.
Didn't want to take any risks with it, did he? Just dead weight.
It's a thinner cut on the 8, but you back him to get it. This for 12 each.
He just acknowledges he got away with it when he missed earlier on in the frame.
Once again, how many jaws did he hit?
Oh dear.
And this is wide open. The only issue I can see, I feel like Shaun.
Yeah, the only issue is this red at the bottom, so he goes down for it now.
Has he got the gap?
If he's got the gap, I talked about the rub evening itself out, then that's evened out, because that's about the same level as luck as the mistake from Declan in the previous frame that he got away with. I'm not sure he has got the gap the way he's looking.
He tried to swerve it. He didn't need to. And it brought the miss.
Had to get rid of that there though, didn't he? Couldn't really leave it.
I was looking around the table and did think to myself, all of the yellows did pot. He had a tough opener with him, don't get me wrong. Oh, Dex played an awful one here. He wanted to slip past that red and he hit it half ball, and because of that, he's stuck on the cushion and he can't see any other yellow apart from one that doesn't have a pocket. Yeah, huge shake of the head. That's a big mistake. And now he's faced with potentially a horrible skill shot. Can he make it? No. And Shaun Chipperfield is going to have a golden opportunity to get on the hill. You will not get a better opportunity than this, Shaun. It's fine here. Just give yourself a little bit of angle on the one on the top to come across. That out of character bad positional shot from Deck is going to cost him. And Shaun Chipperfield is going to have a break for the match. Doesn't make a ball.
Wow. Wow.
And I tell you what, he hit him pretty good, but nothing dropped. The split's not great. Declan's got work. But it is a chance you wouldn't have expected. Good opening part. I think the main issue here, Simon, is probably going to be the 8-ball. Looking around, all the reds go. I'm pretty sure the one closest to the right middle goes, which is why he's playing it now.
Just got to be careful playing this next shot. Red that he's on goes in half a pocket. You just got to make sure you don't feather the red on the way through.
Yeah, you want to leave that for your final ball, don't you? The really closest to the 8. Because you can land on short position to pot that 8 into the right middle. But it does just mean that with this shot, he is hampered. He does need to bring the cue ball back a couple of inches. Trickier than it looks. Very good. Just needs to judge the reaction of the white off the red. It's decent. A little bit more of a cutback than you would have wanted. But this 8 ball to take us all the way. Right in the heart of the pocket. And Declan Brennan will break off for the match.
Crunched it.
Makes a ball. How's the split?
Not great.
Yeah, work. Work everywhere you look.
Don't think he's got an opening ball. Certainly not one that you would be keen for.
No, I think he's got, what, yellow top left. Don't think there's an option on reds. Does he think there's plants? He's maybe got half a pocket here. This is tough. Great opener.
Oh, that's fantastic. Staring at that thinking, that doesn't go.
And this plant has actually just opened up the frame for him as well.
Yeah, he really wanted to be reds.
Good friend 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 watching along. Hoping that Declan can do the business here. His former coach and mentor.
Remove the coach, Declan says.
So it's just going to be about when he gets rid of the red on the right-hand side. He's gone down for it now. He's just got one good positional shot to play here. And if he gets it right, you'd think he's home. Brilliant.
Yeah, yellow does the work for him. That's fantastic.
This has been absolute granite from Declan Brennan, because when Shaun Chipperfield came flying back at him and the run started to go a little bit against him, you would have thought he could have got his head down. Not the Declan Brennan we've dealt with this year. Constantly in the deep end of tournaments, and it's going to be another final for the man from Northern Ireland. Absolutely brilliant.
What a match. What a match. All the ebbs and flows you will see with a deep match. 27 great frames, 27 frames of drama. Declan Brennan, though, he wins by 1. He's into a 4th final of 2024. Looking for a second title. We'll find out who he'll play in that final after the break.